Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first episode ever for the Morning Sunrise Show. We will be discussing the sunrise market outlook. I think we'll be looking at what's interesting in the market and what I'm looking for the day. So I just want to go through everything that I'll be looking for. But today it will be quick. I'm not going to look at a lot of fundamentals. I'm just going to be looking at what's happening today and going the day ahead and just discuss my potential trades for the day. So I welcome you. So this will happen almost every single day. We'll have the sunrise show. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Today's going to be a very quick one. As I'm preparing to go to work, I'm on my scrub. Let's look at the market. Let's get into it. Here we go. So, for tonight, for this morning or for today, I'm still hoping that Nasdaq will still create a lower low coming back all the way down to this support. Perhaps I will look for an entry to go to the upside. But as for today, I think I'm really interested in looking at Dow Jones. I think I might have a buy limit on Dow Jones here to hold that support to look for an upside. And I will explain why there is still possibilities of the market going long. I know um, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market given what Trump said, but I might have my limit on here for the rest of the day for the rest of the day. I think that's what I'm really interested in, US30 long. And then also I was interested in Russell, but it's a bit far. So I don't think I will get all the way retracement before it push back to the upside. However, however, um, I am gonna watch it, but for today, going for the rest of the day, I am looking for the support to hold on US30, and I'm gonna look for longs on US30. And then on the forex pairs, I am looking for USD CHF. I've already added the long limit on the support, hoping for an upside move again on USD CHF. That's another thing that I'm looking for today. I think those are the only two things that I'm really anticipating. However, I should speak about gold EFT. Gold has been, yeah, gold has been something that I didn't anticipate what happened to gold. Look, I was gold long and said to close off on my ETF here. I guess if I held it longer, I will be very far with my gold issue. But I am gonna still be looking at gold, but I'm gonna be looking at gold a return slower on gold. I think that's what I'm interested in more, and I might consider buying an ETF on gold using the JSE. But I'm just waiting. I'm hoping for a very deeper retracement because where it is, I think it's overpriced for me. Until it gives me a lower low, I'm not gonna really look at gold for a trade recently or currently. And then I'm also interested in Bitcoin, but it's a bit far. As I said before, as I said before, if we were to watch my stream every single day, I speak a lot about Bitcoin longs. And I think for Bitcoin going to the day, I will look for longs on Bitcoin on that high, going back to the upside. So I'm also interested in Bitcoin. But let's quickly look at the Edge Finder, and I'll let you know exactly how are we looking like on the Edge Finder. So if we were to look at Edge Finder, as I said, I'm interested in Dow Jones, which is US30. I'm interested in Russell. For tonight, I'm also interested in for today. I'll be closely monitoring Bitcoin as well. Uh, Did we lose the bullish or USD as well? I do have, I already have a buy limit here. Let me look at Nikkei, because when you look at Nikkei, you look at COT data, it looks good. Retail positioning is also bullish for Nikkei. Trend is bullish. GDP is also good. Also CPI. Okay. I think retail sale and PMI and PPI, those are the ones that affect also unemployment rate. But generally, Nikkei should be bullish. On the bears, AUD, Euro USD is still neutral. Okay, I'm not interested in any bears today, but I'm really, really wondering with Nikkei. I need to look at Nikkei very closely. I did speak about Nasdaq, that Nasdaq is a bit far for today. USD CAD is overpriced for me. So I think on the on the ETFs, I'm looking for US30, Bitcoin. I think that's one and USDCHF. That's one I'm closely looking. GBP CAD, let me look at the technical and Nikkei. Okay, let's go quickly to the technicals and look at Nikkei, GBP CAD, and Bitcoin. Bitcoin, I've already spoken about Bitcoin. Uh, let's quickly look at Nikkei. That's not what I'm looking for. Looking for a better broker, yeah. Sorry. Uh, that'll give me. Let's see. Okay, it's interesting. Can I get Nikkei longs here? Because it's very bullish. The Japanese yen has been losing a lot of strength since the new prime minister, who's more bearish, um, who's unlikely to cut rates. So, should I get long here? I think I'm closely considering Nikkei on support. I think I'm going to closely consider Nikkei on support because, to be honest with you, one thing that I love looking at, it's also SA top 40, but SA top 40 is a bit overpriced for me. So I'm definitely going to consider Nikkei holding that support to the upside, but I'm not going to have my limit on. I am just going to be just throughout the day, look into it and look how the fundamentals, I mean, the technicals are going. Oh, I hate this thing. So one thing I don't like about GBP CAD, it gives good momentum, but I don't like the risk to reward when holding that support to the upside. It's just really consolidating, so there's not much for me to work on. Perhaps if I were to say I can consider GPP and ZD. Let's look at how it looks like on technicals. GPP and ZD. Oh shucks. Okay. We've just broken above. We are holding strong the support here. So um this might not be a today trade, but definitely GPP and ZD possibilities of long on this retest here are there. So there is good possibility of longs on GBP and ZD. I do like that today. I don't think today it will flip this kind of lower to retest the support to look for the upside move. But just without any wasting time, I think I've looked at everything that I'm looking for the rest of the day. And I think we can speak a lot about gold. As I said, gold is overpriced on the ETF side and indices. I'm looking at US30 as a top 40 is overpriced. I wanted to also consider treasury yield, 10-year treasury yield. Let me see something. 10-year treasury yield. Okay, you, uh, 10-year treasury. Okay, US. Where is this 10-year treasury yield? No, wait. So what's interesting here with this treasury yield is treasury yield, it is still anticipating rate cuts. It is still anticipating rate cuts. Look at the previous 2 days, even though we are holding that support, but it is considering rate cuts. We see treasury yield going lower. Perhaps that could be because there was a bit of uncertainties and the jobs market, I think it will be the one that will determine our direction. But honestly, the 10-year treasury yield, it's at about 4% right now. So it is considering the bond market is slightly considering rate cuts, given that we've been moving lower for the past few weeks. So I think that's something that I'm really considering. TLT, can I get a TLT? TLT, not 20 year. I need a 10-year TLT, 10 year. I need a TLT index. I need a TLT ETF, sorry. That's a TLT, that's a 20 year, 20 year. I need a 10 year. Okay. So let's just quickly look at TLT. I was gonna consider long here. I could buy TLT to be honest. I could definitely buy TLT. I could definitely buy TLT. Uh, I'm looking for a better broker just to show you TLT and what I'm looking for TLT. That will give me a better. Yeah. So TLT, a retest back as the market is considering rate cuts, a retest back on that support, look for that high. I will consider buying TLT. I will consider buying TLT. I think it looks good for longs. But guys, I need to call it a day. I think something that I need to watch. I'm long first rand, so I need to quickly watch first rand. Uh, I'm long first rand. I went. What did I select? So I decided not to close my trade. My stop loss at that low. Sorry. I wanted to add more position on the here, but I didn't. I am still hopeful that we can hold that support to look more for an upside on first rand. I think first rand, there is still a lot of upside on it. There was dividends date. Let me see when was the dividend date and tell you about it. Ex dividend 8 October. Payment date is already the 13th. Let's see what was the dividend. So let's see the dividend yield. So 5.34%, that's a dividend yield for first rent. So that looks good. There's a good dividend yield. 62% payout ratio. So they are good. I think there is still a lot of upside on there is a lot of upside when you look at first rand. Yes. I would have considered adding more position, but decided not to add. I am still considering long. And the reason being, let me just quickly see if I can get this one. I hope, shucks. Do you want me to remove one? That. So now, we are holding, let me quickly see. We are holding the 50 MA, but if you were to see here, is a lot of upside. So we are holding the 50 to 100 MA and they all have flipped. They all have flipped. What do you call this? Bullish. So there is still a lot of upside here. Technically, I do love the technicals. We have all flipped positive. You could still hold the 100 MA and the 200 MA. So if it decides to come back lower, instead of closing out, I will dollar average to go to the upside. I think that's what I'm looking for. But other than that, let's quickly look at what's happening today in terms of fundamentals. What's there that's gonna distract us, and something that I need to look at for the rest of the day. Just gonna quickly look at everything. Oh, shucks. Okay. Fed Powell is speaking today, 6:20 p.m. before our evening session. Do not forget to join me during the PM session. That's when I'll be day trading and giving you an update. There's also money. That's one really matter for me, but I'm really interested in the unemployment rate of the GPB as well. Okay, but what's interesting is the Fed Powell that is speaking tonight, and we all know that Powell has been running blind since the government shut down. So it is something that it's a worry to look at. But other than that, guys, I truly appreciate all of you. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Join me on the PM session. So just be watching closely US30. Let's watch closely US30. Oh, come on, look what I'm doing. Let's consider watching closely US30 for this today. I am gonna look for longs on US30. And it would be a retest of this 200 MA as well. So I love it, man. And that, guys, thank you so much for joining me. So this is what I'll be looking for the rest of the day. I gotta go. Um, I truly appreciate all of you. I love you. Have a great day. Do not